So South Africa A versus West Indies A on day two. Is it day two? Day three? Sorry, of the on day three of the second test. Didn't actually put that in the title, but we're on day three of the second test, and it is something that is poised nicely for South Africa victory at the moment. Um, we saw South Africa start their second innings or continue their second innings on day three and completely dominate. So, with the bat, particularly. So, we're going to start talking about, so we're going to talk about that particular match and what's been happening over there and who's been the standout performers, obviously, on the day. We are closing in on leveling the series, and it's going to be an important game for South Africa to make that final game a tight one or a good one or an exciting one. So there is a lot to talk about when it comes to um, what this means for South Africa as a unit. But we'll also be talking a little bit about the 4-day competition, just um, setting up what happened on day one. Today is day one of the 4-day competition. And I'm going to be summarizing basically what happened in each game, showing you guys the scorecards, etc., and going through that so that you guys can get an insight into what's happening in the 4-day competition, because that's also really important cricket for me personally. I prefer that type of cricket. I prefer 4-day cricket. So that's where I sit with regards to that. But before we get going, before we get started, I would just like you please to subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell for all future videos. If you haven't yet subscribed to Cricket Fanatics Magazine Monthly, please do that right now. It's 100% free, straight to your inbox every month. The link is on the screen as well as in the description. And the latest issue is on BMT and understanding BMT. So please go ahead and read that issue. I think it's very important for your own sake and for your own knowledge and understanding of that important factor within sport. Also, please smash the like button and comment and share. And those are all very important things to do so that we can get into the algorithms as well. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. And I'm looking forward to discussing this game with you guys. A very good evening and welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your review show. I'm your host Khalid Mahidin, and this is the show where we talk about everything that has to do with the second test between South Africa versus the West Indies. It was day three of the second test, and South Africa are currently sitting quite comfortably in the lead against the West Indies. Now, this doesn't mean that there was no fight back from the Islanders. I mean, there has been a good fight shown from them throughout this particular series so far. And obviously, we know that they won the first test, so we shouldn't expect anything less. But to give you guys a quick indication of what took place, I think it's good to start with what happened today with the bat. Now, Reinhard van Ventonda and Keegan Petersen were the two batters out in the middle that started off the day. Reinhard van Ventonda went on to score 56 of 74 balls, and then he was bowled by McAllister. Kaya Zondo, who was getting a lot of scrutiny for being selected in this particular side, almost converted his 40 into a 50. He went out on 49 of 62 balls. And then Ruanda Swat stuck around with Keegan Petersen, who got his century, finally converting a half century score into a century. So a very good tour for Keegan Petersen so far. Finally getting that 100. Came off 134 balls, 5 sixes, and 10 fours. So he went at quite a decent rate as well. And it was a very good performance from him overall. He basically single handedly took South Africa into that 297 for 4 declared. Um, Rwanda Swat was on 29 of 37, three fours and a six, and really complimented and supported Keegan Petersen quite well. And they took themselves into a massive, massive, massive lead. Now, when you look at, I think the target was 425, I think it was, or something like that, for the West Indies, if I'm not mistaken. I can just work that out for you guys quickly, just to be 100% sure. Um, sorry, 442. Sorry, 442. How did I get that wrong? 442 is the target, and they need currently 308 runs to win the West Indies, with 1 day left to go in the match. So when it comes to this match situation, it is definitely South Africa that have the upper hand. The West Indies the West Indies' second innings was started off pretty rocky with Tegner and Shanda Paul losing his wicket for a duck in the second over of the match, to Rwanda Swart, who took that wicket. But then they did find a way to bat themselves back into the match again with Zachary McCaskey, who scored a 50 of 90 balls, and Kirk McKenzie and Kevin Hodge got small little cameos or contributions of 17 and 22 respectively. But Tevin Imlach is at the crease still, or Imlach, and Joshua De Silva went out to Dane Pitt with beautiful delivery. But Kevin Sinclair and Tevin Imlach are now at the crease. They are in the process of getting themselves settled in. Kevin Sinclair did some damage against South Africa so far in this tour. So Tevin Imlach is going to look to also impress with the bat. So they're going to go into tomorrow's match 5 down, and that's the big catch. South Africa has the West Indies 134 for 5, and they need 308 runs to win. So it's going to be a very difficult game for the West Indies. A very difficult day for them, as South Africa tried to pin them back. It's been quite an interesting game so far, but in this particular match, definitely dominated by South Africa. Like, that is pretty clear to see. So that is something that has taken place so far when it comes to South Africa. I'm just sorry, I just read you guys' comments now about India's squad, that it did get released. I don't know when South Africa's is going to get released. We haven't heard anything about that. So Bumrah, Rahul, and Shreyas back in India's Test squad. Ajinkya Rahane, who was vice captain on the West Indies tour earlier this year, has been dropped. And Jasprit Bumrah have made comebacks to India's Test squad for the 2-match series in South Africa. Ajinkya Rahane has been dropped, while Virat Kohli, who opted out of the white ball leg of the tour, is part of the squad led by Rohit Sharma. Mohammad Shami, who was arrested for India's last Test series in the West Indies in July, is also back. Ooh, yati. But his inclusion is subject to fitness. The BCCI release announced seeing the squad said that the fast bowler was currently undergoing medical treatment. The series will also mark Rahul Dravid's return to Test cricket after a long absence. With Rahul includes a wicket-keeping option, there was no place in the squad for KS Bharat, who was one of two keepers in the West Indies where he slipped behind Ishan Kishan in the pecking order. Until that tour, India had preferred Bharat over Kishan, both for the home series against Australia and the World Test Championship final at the Oval. Let me just have a look at the squad quickly. India's Test squad for South Africa is Rohit Sharma, Shabman Gill, Guys, did I just get kicked? Um, did you guys hear me say anything on the squad? Everything on the squad? Please let me know in the live chat. I think it's a very strong squad. I read out the India squad. Did you hear all the names? Please let me know. I don't know why I got kicked from the stream. I didn't even know I was off. So I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna go into the. I read out the test squad for India. So that happened. And I don't think any of you guys heard it. I will read it out again. Let me just go into the white ball squad quickly. Okay, yeah, wait. Here's all the squads. I'm just gonna show you guys. Um, on the screen right now. I'm gonna bring it up. Where is it now? I just copied it. What is going on with me today? I am having a shocker tonight. Absolute shocker. Oh, I see why. I see why. Okay. So how I'm gonna do this is, give me 2 seconds, guys. Um just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna bring it up on the screen now. Okay. So yeah, are all the squads for the series against South Africa, which is gonna be an interesting one. Um, we've got it for tests. It's Rohit Sharma, Shabnim Gill, um, for test, Jaiswal, Kohli, Iyer, Gaikwad, Kishan, Rahul, Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja, Shardul Thakur, um, Mohammad Siraj, Kumar, Shami, Bumrah, and Krishna. In the ODIs, we've got Gaikwad, Sudarshan, Varma, Patidar, Singh, Iyer, Rahul, Samson, Patal, Sundar, Yadav, Chahal, Kumar, Khan, Singh, Chahar. So not a very well known necessarily squad. It is kind of almost like fringe players over there. Then in T20 eyes, Jaiswal, Gill, Gaikwad, Varma, Yadav, Singh, Iyer, Kishan, Sharma, Jadeja, Sundar, Bishnoi, Yadav, Singh, Siraj, Kumar, and Chahar. A very strong, a much stronger T20I squad, I think, than the ODI side, in my opinion. But that test side is looking pretty strong, and quite devastating, in my opinion. So that's the squads for you guys. I just wanted to bring that up on the screen for you to give you guys an indication of what happened there. Now, there we go. I'm back. I'm still waiting on South Africa's squad. They haven't produced, they haven't released it yet. I'm still waiting on it. We all are still waiting on it. So, unfortunately, guys, I can't give you any squad right now update. We haven't received anything from Cricket South Africa quite yet, so we're still waiting for that to happen. As soon as that takes place, we will do a show, talk about it live on air with you guys. Don't worry about it. Don't be scared and think that I'm not going to talk about it and not release it. I have to. It's part of what I do here. And as soon as it gets released, I'll create a graphic and then speak about every single team, every single player, the direction the coaches are going, what I think their vision is, all of that, etc. So don't worry about that at all. That will happen. I will release that to you guys as soon as we get the information. At the moment, that information hasn't been shared with us. So unfortunately, I can only do that. Um, let's move on with the show. What is going on today with the stream? Okay, so let's move on I'm going to be sharing with you guys now what has taken place in the 4-day competition. Um, it was day one of the 4-day competition. I was at Newlands today, and I got to see something you could say extraordinary, definitely, but also we saw, I would say, a little bit of some brilliance and some poor play, ultimately from Western Province with the bat today. So Eddie Moore was brilliant, as you guys can see. He scored 100 today, 116 of 123 balls, 17 fours and 1 6. So he didn't bat slow at all. Daniel Smith struggled for his 21. Mohamed Vali played a silly shot to get himself out. Valentine Katime, he hasn't looked settled in at Western Province at all quite yet. He's still trying to find his feet at this level, and it's time now that he does step up and manages to do so. But we saw a magnificent performance from Calvarena. 150 of 123 balls, 15 fours and 3 sixes. The guy is in incredible form at the moment, and I really hope that the national coaches will have a look at him. It's so unfortunate that he's playing in the SA20 or he's part of the SA20, because he would have definitely been on that New Zealand tour. There's no doubt in my mind that he would have been in the test side to go to New Zealand. Um, and it's really unfortunate that he's going to have to miss out with the form that he's in. Juan James went out for a duck. Carl Simmons, 8. Bjorn Hendricks, 5. Nande Berger, 7. And Kenan Smith, 15 of 39. And Tinabe, 2 not out. But Calvarena was the king on the day with 150 of 123 balls. What a fantastic knock. And yeah, the Western Province were bowled out for 350. I must say I was very impressed with one bowler today. Someone that I don't really know a lot about, but I know that he was a part of S under 19 team quite a few years ago under Lawrence Mahatlane. Merrick Brett, some good pace, some good movement he was getting at on the wicket, and he took 2 for 52. But obviously the star of the day was Ayak Kamani, who got 4 for 80, and Carl and Junior Dala, who got 3 for 66. Those are the top wicket takers. Lazard Williams is back, so it was good to see that some of the Proteas from the World Cup were back in the sides to play. The big news for the Titans is that Deva Brevis obviously turned down the T10, and he is available. And he is available for the Titans, which is brilliant. So he's playing 4-day cricket. I'm so glad about that. But Western Province already struck with the first wicket, with Nande Berger getting the first wicket and dismissing Kleinveld for 8. And now it's up to Dean Alga and Joshua van Heerden to try and do wonders on day 2, which will be happening tomorrow. Then in the match, um, then in the apologize. I don't know what's going on with the internet. I don't know why it's disconnecting me all the time. Um, yeah, I don't know what's happening, why it's disconnecting me all the time. But let me just continue with what I said in the match between the Rocks and the Dolphins at Boland Park. Let me bring it up on the screen for you. Um, the Dolphins are 321 for 4. The Dolphins won the toss and elected to bat. And Totole got 60, Ackerman got 67, Rudolfsson got 51, and Jason Smith is on 72, not out, with Slade van Staden on 28. With regards to the bowlers from the Rocks' side, Mahima took 2 wickets, Majima took 1, and Van Berg took 1. So it's obviously turning there. The spinners are obviously the ones getting the wickets over there. So it's going to be an interesting game because we know the Dolphins have a very talented side and a jam-packed side full of packed with spinners. Now, Ndile Pekwayo's back from the World Cup there. So he's in the side. So it's good to see that. And we'll have to wait and see what happens on day 2 to see if this game will level out a little bit more. Then we've got the game between the Warriors. Copy link interest. The Warriors and flip. Everything is so slow. And the Lions. Everything's slow today. The Warriors and the Lions. The Warriors won the toss and elected to bat first. Jordan Hillman got 2. Jefferson Pila got 65. Matthew Bretsky got 42. Tristan Stubbs got 130 of 160 balls, guys. 17 fours and 2 sixes. I love to see that. Rudy Second got 35. September Klashila got 7. Patrick Kruger got 20. Base Swanepoel's on 16 or 14. And Ronaldo May is on 9. And they currently on 341 for 7. The Warriors are. And Vian Mulder, 2 for 50. Cody Yusuf, 2 for 62. Kwena Mapaka playing today, 1 for 87. And Malusi Subota, 2 for 54. So Kwena Mapaka getting a little bit of a lesson of what 4-day cricket is all about over there. And then I've read out the Western Province and... Okay, and then I've read out the Western Province game. Let's move on to the Northwest game against the Tuskers. Many people would say it's the bottom, the battle of the two that were one that's upcoming and one that did okay last season. Where is the... What is going on here? There we go. So for you guys to see, Tuskers won the toss and elected to bowl, and they might regret that because Northwest scored 431. Lesego Senekwane scored 34. Tabang Mokwena, scored 74. Ngwepe scored 79. Ruben Herman scored 78. Vian Libbe scored 48. Mutasami got a duck. Mikael Prince got 64, so it's good to see him playing 4-day cricket. And then Dwan Janssen got 34. And the rest just got their cameos. Ultimately, it was Keith Tudgeon who took 6 for 102, who was the standout performer with the ball for the Tuskers. But a dominant display by the entire top order over there from Northwest. So that was day 1 and everything that took place in day 1. So, yeah, that is what it is. So, guys, I apologize for the stream. I know it's been very choppy and I've been disconnected a couple of times and I don't know why the internet has been so unstable. But I've given you guys everything that we need to. I've basically communicated everything that we need to communicate with you guys um, with regards to the show. We've gone through the day 3 of the second test, South Africa A versus West Indies A, that brilliant century by Kevin Petersen. I've talked you through some of the major performances in the one day in the 4 day series so far this season. In this match, in this round of fixtures, Tristan Stubbs 100, Calvarenos 150, 100 from Eddie Moore. So there's been some great performances and lots of half centuries overall throughout the 4 day series. I apologize, guys, for the stream, and I apologize that it was so interrupted. I tried my best to keep it on track, but it just keeps on kicking me off. So I apologize for that. I'm hoping it will be a lot better tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. I can see that some of you guys have left the stream because of the interruption and you're not sure what's happening. So I apologize for that, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, and click the notification bell for future videos. I've been your host Khalid, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow again. Hopefully, we don't get interrupted by the dodgy internet today. But I'll see you guys very soon. Take care, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the evening.